I want you to do me a favor. If you have this Bissell CrossWave, which, by the way, 65,000 people who watch QVC have it, I would love it if you could call and talk with us. And so the Share Your Story line on QVC2 is 1-800-600, no, oh yeah, there it is, Share Your Story. 1-800-600-1556. 1-800-600-1556. Tell us your story. How do you like this? It's called the Bissell CrossWave. And right before we ended that last hour, I made a comment and I said, according to the NPD group, Bissell is the #1 brand for floor care appliances in the US. And so I don't make that up. That's certified and absolutely true. And the fact is that Bissell's been here at QVC. Do you know that? They've been here for 30 years, but Bissell's been around since 1876. So I can't even imagine that because it's so long ago. But I'll take the 30 years here at QVC, and I know because I've been here for that long. Let's take a look at the retail on this one. This would be $264. We have it at $199.98 or 5 easy payments of $39.99. Here's what you need to know. I'm gonna just put it in like a little, kind of it wrapped up in a little package, and this is it. This unit simultaneously, meaning at the same time, vacuums and washes your floor. I'm gonna say that again. This unit vacuums and washes your floor at the same time. Hard floors. This will work on tile, sealed wood floors, laminate, linoleum, rubber floor mats, pressed wood floors, area rugs even. But I want to bring in the guest because Scott Hind is the man. Oh, we do have colors, sorry. Let's show you the colors. That one, we actually have it in, we'll show you the different ones. This is electric blue right there. Then I have the, well, there's the purple. We also offer it in red. And then I have the cobalt blue. Scott Hind, how are you, my man? It's good to see you, sir. I've been working with you for many, many, many years.
Yeah, too long for us to count, but I'll tell you what, there was a quick change in programming today.
Yes.
And they called me last minute, can you jump in? I said, yeah, who am I working with? They said, Mary Beth Rowan. I said, I absolutely can do that. Let's go. My good friend, Mary Beth, it's always so good to see you. You and I make cleaning fun, and I love being with you. You're such a good person. You know, with Bissell, we strive to make things easier, quicker, more effective, and that's exactly what you have here. This is one of their most popular products of all time. In their 145-year history, this is it because it does what you just said, Mary Beth. It cleans, it shines, it polishes, it vacuums, it mops your floors all in one. It takes potentially 4-tool job and turns it into a 1-machine job and does it as well or better than all 4 of those separate. That's the beauty of it. Wow. A lot of times, Mary Beth, when you see products like this that do all things, we call it Swiss Army knife, do things well but not great. This does everything great up to Bissell standards that you know and love.
It even cleans itself. Let's be honest. That was the part that just really knocked my socks off. Was like, okay, I can vacuum and clean my floors, even area rugs at the same time, but then it cleans itself too. So take us through this because this is such a cool unit.
Yeah, it's lightweight, less than 12 pounds. You put, just like every Bissell, the clean water and dirty water never come in contact. So you put hot water with some of the solution that comes with it, and you get 3 bottles, which is enough for 12 tanks. So that's fantastic. You get an extra brush roll, so while one is drying or you're washing that off, you can use the other one. You get an extra filter, which is great. So hot water here, the dirty water comes into here. You empty it as if it's any other Bissell, but what it does is so much more than any other Bissell. And it's why I would argue to you, Mary Beth, if you're going to only get one Bissell, because this does so many things, floors, carpets, linoleum, tile, this would probably be the one you get and may be the last Bissell you ever need to own.
Right, I agree. So talk to us about how this works. So I can actually put it on my dry kitchen floor and it will vacuum, but then how does it know when to wash?
Yeah, so there are two buttons on it that say hard floor or rug. You can push those, they're simple. And then you squeeze the trigger. But the key is the vacuum is ahead, it precedes the scrubbing. So the vacuum will always work. So you don't have to worry about spreading a mess. And let me show you what I mean by this. So what I have here is on the kitchen floor, I have some muddy footprints, all right? And let's take a look, Mary Beth. Yep, they're mine. No question, they aren't my wife's. So, but here's what really happens in real life. So I'm gonna put some coffee on top of it. And then I'm going to put some cereal here on top of it because this is what's really on your kitchen floor. Well, you're thinking to yourself, well, Scott, that's easy because those are dry messes. All right, fine, no problem. How about we'll put some soy sauce on top of that, all right? And then just for good riddance, I don't know, I'll put a little bit of ketchup here down. So, I don't know, my ketchup's not squeezing, so you know what? I'll put mustard down. So we'll put some mustard on each of these. That's what really happens in the real world. You've got a slew of different messes. Well, instead of getting a vacuum or a sweeper, a duster, a mop and bucket, and a vacuum, then all you get is the CrossWave. And watch what happens. I simply turn it on the hard floor. I squeeze the trigger. I'll let you know the solution's coming out. And look what happens. I'll just go in slow so you see it. It sucks up the ketchup, the mustard, the soy sauce, the cereal, the muddy footprint, all of that in one pass. It's gone. Leaves your floor clean and smelling good, looking good. Same thing here. All of that is now gone. And I'll take that muddy footprint was dried on, but in just a couple of passes, that is gone. And look at the floor now.
Wow.
Mary Beth, it'll be dry in just a few seconds, but it is completely clean.
It is clean enough to eat off of, literally.
Yes.
I want to show everyone because these brush rolls are so interesting. These little pieces that you see are red. Those are the bristles. Okay, so you do have bristles that are really, doing kind of that soft scrubbing action. And I say soft because this is okay for hardwood floors. It's not going to scratch. And yet in between the red bristles, you have this microfiber that is just as soft and fluffy as you can imagine. And so that's what I think is so interesting about this whole unit is that you do have the softness, but you also have a little bit of the red bristles that are, again, soft. They're not super hard. You can see I was moving them around.
I think that's an essential point, Mary Beth, and I really appreciate that because the little bristles are just a denser form of microfiber. So they're strong enough to scrub, but not harsh enough to scratch.
Yeah.
So if you have really high-end, beautiful mahogany floors or cherry wood floors, you don't have to worry. But all the dog drool and slobber and all that stuff will still scrub right up, but they'll leave them looking beautiful. That's what makes this so great. And then here, this is my favorite demonstration. Probably one of my favorites of all time in my 20 years here. Check this out. Here's an egg, right? So we'll drop that egg. Oh, it's a two yolk.
It's a
jumbo egg. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Is that lucky? I don't know. So twice the mess. Here we go. But here's the thing. This is what makes the CrossWave great because you've got shells in here, you've got yolks, you've got the egg whites themselves.
And
watch what happens as I do not gone. And those shells and the egg, everything. My favorite demonstration. And if that doesn't explain to you how great the CrossWave is, I do not know what will.
So now here's the part that, okay, so if I, sucked up the ketchup, the mustard, all that stuff you put on the floor, and a double egg and all that, my first thought would be, okay, that brush roll is going to be nasty, right? And so you're like, what am I going to do with that? Okay, well, here's the part that's even super cool, is that it actually, I'm going to show you right here. It comes with a tray. And here's the extra brush roll that's on the tray. And you can just keep it there because you can use that whenever. But this tray allows you to actually clean your Bissell brush roll all at the same time. And Scott will show us that at some point. But anyway, I just wanted everybody to see the bottom and see how this actually works. Now I'll put it back on the floor, okay? Go ahead.
Well, And you can attest as you pick it up there, it's not very heavy.
No.
It's like 11.7 pounds, so very easy to use. Less weight than almost all uprights out there. And then also, I will show the self-cleaning, but you just pour hot water in, it sucks it up. So every single time you're cleaning with a new machine, you're not using yesterday's messes to solve today's problems, and that's what I really, really love. And then here, I think this is great. So here I am in my own living room, and what I'm gonna do is show you how great this is, but I'm gonna shoot from the ground up.
Okay.
So what I have here is a mirror prop. This is another great demonstration I love. So you can see it right there. So I'm above here, and here's the CrossWave. I'm gonna run it over. What you're seeing here is dry coffee, but then cereal and milk, okay? And what you're looking at is this mirror is shooting up towards the bottom of the machine. So as I go forward, I'm going to just turn on the hard floor, and I'm going to start sucking up the coffee. That's gone in no time flat. You can see on the mirror, you cannot fake clean on a mirror. And then look at this, as I start going past, I'm going to pick up that cereal as well. And that gets all sucked up. So look at that in just one pass. Look at the difference. Now, it's got to dry, and that'll take a second or two.
Right.
But this is completely clean now.
Wow.
And again, you can't fake clean on a mirror.
Right.
That's the difference. There's no other machine that I know of that does it this effectively and this well. It really is awesome.
I agree. And the best part is that this works on tile, this works on bare hardwood floors, laminate, linoleum, anything like that, and even on area rugs. So you can clean your rugs as well. So here's the one thing I wanted to say was that back here is always your clean water. The dirty water always goes into the front. The clean water back here is where you're going to put a little bit of the cleaning solution. It's called a multi-surface, so it's really for any of the surfaces. In fact, if you look right here, it says wood, it says tile, it says area rug. You're using this same solution for any of those. So the whole thing is that it could be the tile in the kitchen, but the wood floor in the family room or the living room or the bedroom or whatever it might be. And the best part is, so this is not just for hardwood floors. And oh, by the way, just like Scott said, you are getting 3 bottles of that solution, and you can buy more as well. Now, if you want to sanitize the hard floor, you can do that because you get that solution. And then right here, so you get 2 of those bottles and then 1 of the multi-surface. But honestly, you can really use any of them, probably any of the places. Here's the colors. I want to go through. This is the cobalt blue that I have right here. That's the electric blue right there. Then we have purple, very popular, and then we also have the red. So very, very cool. Okay, off to your next demonstration.
Yeah, and this is maybe less of a demonstration, more of what it replaces, Mary Beth, because I do think it's important. You've seen the wow, right? We've seen what it does, but let's talk a little bit about why you would want to have a CrossWave in your home. So this, again, is my own living room, okay? And as you see, there's a couple different surfaces here. We have an area rug down here. I've got hardwood floors that are, my home is almost 80 years old, and these are original to the home. So they're sealed, but they're older hardwood floors. And then by the fireplace here, you see slate, okay? So we've got 3 different surfaces we want to clean up. Now, normally that might be up to a 4-tool job. So if you think about it, okay, for the ashes and all that stuff, I would get a regular broom, sweep those up, maybe use a dustpan, right?
Right.
For the second part of it, for the hardwoods, I would probably use a microfiber mop. And let me be clear, I've presented microfiber mops. I love them, I use them, they're great. But guess what? They don't clean carpets, okay?
Right.
They don't extract, they don't vacuum, okay? So that's that one, that's the second tool you might use. Third tool would be, here's a Bissell AirRam vacuum sweeper. One of the best products out there. I use it all the time, Mary Beth, in my own home. But guess what? It doesn't take up pet stains. It doesn't take up, you know, liquid spills, but it does an amazing job vacuuming. That's the third tool. Now, right here, this right here, again, another fabulous Bissell product, the Jet Scrub. This is a deep cleaner. Fabulous, fabulous product. I love it. I presented it. I use it all the time. But guess what? It doesn't vacuum. It doesn't do hard floors. It's simply made for carpet. So we've got, if you just added up the price, not to mention the time of doing all of these things,
Yeah.
Guess what? You don't have to, because I can replace all 4 of these with this right here, because it will take up pet stains off a carpet. It will clean hard floors. So if I hit rug here, let's go ahead and just do the rug a little bit, okay? No problem, I can do the rug. So if there were pet stains there, something, it would suck it right up.